used to just being told everything to do, because that's what part of being an artist, an actress, a musician is somebody else tells you what to do and you just do it, and you haven't been primed that way from a young age. You will find it frustrating, and you might not treat your friend who you love very well, very kindly on camera. I remember someone just saying, like, you know, the things you see on reality TV are not real, because some people react so terribly to So, and that's another thing, like a lot of people didn't realize that Gisele had a higher net worth than that of Tom Brady, and it seems like they had a pretty solid prenup, so everybody's walking away with whatever they made, whatever they've got, which they're both millionaires, so it is what it is. People are making fun of it by calling Tom Brady Gisele's husband, which is just weird because in America, American football is a pretty big deal, and so Tom is like a huge star, but obviously globally, since American football is not popular across the world, Gisele is the bigger star. The other story that was hot is Kylie Jenner's Travis Scott. It's even confusing. I don't want to call him baby daddy, but yeah, Kylie's baby daddy. So the father to Kylie's kids, Travis Scott, was having an affair with this girl called Ro. I think she's got a long name than that, but Ro is the name I'm gonna go with. And the girl kind of exposed that they had been having an on-and-off relationship with Travis for years, and like people just started going through the timeline. TikTok is crazy. People started going through the timeline and like pointing out like when her and Travis Scott were in the same place at the same time, and one of those times it was something that Kylie invited Ro to, so it looks like Ro and Kylie share a circle. In fact, now this is the like little interesting conspiracy slash TikTok theory that like all the Kardashians actually in open relationships, and more often than not they are doing PR work to keep it on the low. So that's kind of like the issue. So Kylie's most probably in an open relationship with Travis, and they've been going back and forth, and maybe she's tried to have the relationship close so that they could have kids. But yeah, and one of the things that the Kardashians try to do is they try to all have the same, all their kids have the same baby daddy. It's so important to them. They seem to be not the husband family. None of them is married right now. Oh, now Kourtney is married, but at a certain point Kim was going through a divorce, Khloe was not married, Kylie is not married, Kris was no longer married. Like none of them is married. We can blame the stardom, we can blame whatever, but yeah, it just seems like marriage is not gonna work out much for them. I don't blame them. Marriage is tough, especially when you don't have finances binding you together. When you're rich, you walk out, guys. Most of us sticking together because most people who are sticking together in marriages, there's so much financial pressure to work together. Do you know what I mean? Love. I don't think love is even enough to keep the marriage equation going. I think that's actually it from my gossip. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I left out. I'm pretty sure there's so many issues. Oh, Drake taking a dig at Serena Williams' husband, calling him a groupie, and then also talking about this girl lying about shots, but she's still a stallion. Like, I don't like Drake. I don't like Drake's music. I feel like it is too versatile, which is great when it's popping, but I think I like the comfort of eventually knowing what to expect from a particular artist. I think that's how you grow with an artist versus like the trending thing. And don't get me wrong, I love the trending thing. I just can't like, I just don't like it from certain genres of music. So bubblegum pop is bubblegum pop. Anyone can make it. So that means I can like everybody, all the way from Katie to Ariana to Megan Trainor to like any of these girls. But when it comes to certain genres of music, for me to buy a whole body of work, it has to be because I like all of the music. Drake is else here, but like, yeah, Drake making fun of her husband for being supportive and trying to call her a supportive husband and father a groupie is just ridiculous. Stop it, Drake, stop it. But yeah, I think that's all for like my little celebrity gossip stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really have to go, and I know it's gonna be short. This is gonna be a shorter video than anticipated, but I have to go. I love you guys for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and commenting. Let's see you soon. See you soon.